welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today I'm going to be sharing a story with you that was sent in to me from one of my subscribers. I did get permission to speak about this story, but I am going to keep it anonymous. So thank you if you are watching this video. You know who you are, you know what we discussed via email, and I appreciate you for allowing me to share this. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I am going to be explaining just the gist of the circumstance. And I am going to be sharing some tips that I have on avoiding this in the future. If you are interested, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. I know you're probably thinking like, what is this video about? But by the title of the video, hopefully you put together an assumption, and I'm going to either let you know if the assumption was right or wrong. So pretty much one of the subscribers that I have sent me in a story, emailed me a story of what happened to her recently. She was with another vendor. She is now working with my hair company, which is badchickhair.com, for her wholesale orders. And she ordered from her vendor at the time, and she ordered a good substantial amount of bundles, closures, and frontals. And the bag was actually taken off of her doorstep and stolen. So she got an alert from whatever mailing carrier it was. I'm not sure if it was FedEx or UPS, but it was one of those mailing carriers, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And she got an alert to her phone that the package was already delivered at her home. And so she went home, she left work, she went home, and the package was actually gone from her step. So the package was stolen. Now, I do want to say this, around this time, especially around this time, during, Black Friday season, Cyber Monday season, Christmas season, all these seasons, the holiday season, unfortunately, a lot of theft happens. A lot of times people do go around in different neighborhoods and see what is left on people's doorsteps, see what is actually in people's mailbox, and they take it. It's really unfortunate, but it's something that is an unfortunate reality in a lot of people's lives. And so this happened, and so I'm going to share some tips because I was thinking to myself, wow, I don't know if there's a lot of videos on YouTube just kind of going over precautions on making sure that you protect yourself and your business by making sure that your inventory is always protected. The last thing that you want is to invest any amount of money into getting inventory and expecting inventory, and then your inventory gets stolen. Now, of course, you can request for your vendor to send out your package with a level of insurance. However, typically the insurance that comes standard with the packages, it may not be enough to cover all of the items inside. So you may be out of money, or your vendor may be out of money, or, it's a unnecessary set of steps that you'll have to take to recover your inventory, or a necessary set of steps that your vendor would have to take in the event that someone steals from you, if that can be avoided. Now, there are different things that happen, even when we do try our best to prevent them, to be honest. Sometimes you can do everything that you can do and everything that you should do, and then something unfortunate like this can still happen. But I wanted to get this video out because there's a lot of people that watch my videos that do have hair businesses. There's a lot of people that watch my videos that do have businesses in general, and you do have inventory. You do have orders for your store, your salon, your shop. And so I want to make sure that I go over the tips that I have available for you if you are having inventory or items sent to your home, especially during the holiday season. So the first thing that I want to go over is, please make sure to request a signature or require a signature with all of your packages. You can ask your vendor to do that. With all of my packages, whether you're wholesale or not, I make sure that there is a signature required. Why? Because I want to make sure that it gets in your hands. I don't want it just left on your step. I don't want it in your neighbor's hands. I don't want it in some other person that's not authorized hands. I want it in your hands. You paid for it, you should receive it. So when you are looking for a vendor, when you are looking for a company to work with, I say this numerous times in many videos. Don't just look at who has the cheapest price. Don't just look at who has your most favorite texture, but look at the whole service. Make sure that you can communicate with your vendor. Make sure that they honor the requests that you are asking. Make sure that it feels good as far as the relationship that you're building, the communication that has already been set in place. Make sure the quality is good. Make sure that everything aligns with what you're looking to have your business align with. Now, of course, in business, there are going to be some negotiations, and there are going to be some compromises. So you may not see every single thing down to the T that you want in a vendor, but you do have to still kind of make a decision, an informed decision based on the information that you've gathered, to decide if you want to move forward. If a vendor is not going to allow you to request a signature for your packages, I don't know if I would move forward. I would want to make sure that my packages are always going to be signed by me for a couple of reasons. A lot of people don't want you to know who their vendor is. So if someone is stalking my house, or if someone is stalking my salon, for example, say I still was running my salon and my package got in the wrong hands, not only will they have my inventory, but they'll also have my vendor information as well. And so they can do whatever they want with that too. So you just want to be careful. I know some people don't care if you know who their vendor is. Some people do. I respect people that do, want to keep their vendor private. And I also respect people that don't care who knows. One of the things that I learned working with so many people that do run businesses, either through drop shipping or wholesale, is that a lot of people don't want you to know who their vendor is, because not because they're ashamed or because they just don't want you to know or because they like keeping secrets, but they don't want you, for the obvious reasons, to not shop with them and to go to their vendor. Typically the vendor has lower prices because the vendor has more amounts of hair on hand. The vendor is able to make larger purchases to get a reduced rate and then sell the hair for profit on their end, and so give you the hair for you to sell for a profit on yours. So a lot of people don't want to let their customers know, hey, I'm working with this company, because they don't want that company to X them out and jump right over to the vendor or to the source. And so you have to be respectful of everyone's decision. But I do know that there are a lot of people that don't want you to know who their vendors are, like I've been mentioning. So, if you're one of those people, then you definitely want to make sure that you are requesting a signature, because you don't want not only your hair to get in the wrong hands or your inventory to get in the wrong hands, but you also don't want your vendor information to get in the wrong hands. The second tip that I have is set up a camera or have a neighbor to look out. So when I was running my salon, I was in a strip mall setting. I had a business right next to me. It was actually a cell phone store, but I was able to meet the owner. He met me, and I was able to build up enough rapport so that if anything happened at his store that I saw that looked out of the ordinary, I was able to let him know. And anything that he saw out of the ordinary at my shop, he would let me know as well. So you want to build up relationships. If you are having your hair sent to your home, then you want to make sure that you're letting your neighbors know, if you're close enough to your neighbors, hey, I'm having some packages delivered within the next few days. I did request a signature on them, but I just want to be super, super sure that nothing goes wrong with it. It's a really important package. Please keep an eye on my home and make sure no one, comes on my step. No one should be there today but me, or no one should be there today but me and my husband, or no one should be there today but me and my sister, or, just different things like that. You want to set the right expectations so that, your customers, your neighbors can look out for you as well. Use your resources. And then also, if you don't trust your neighbors, or, if you don't have any neighbors, there's a lot of people that live in different areas where the closest neighbor is, a ways away. So you do want to maybe look into investing in a camera. If you are going to take this business serious and long term, and if you are going to be receiving packages pretty regularly, getting a camera to make sure that you can kind of watch over what's going on in your home and also outside of your home is very beneficial. There's a ton of apps that you can download on your phone and connect with your camera so that you can actually see what's going on outside of your home without being there or without going home and checking your camera. So keep that in mind, just something to think about. Another tip that I have is have your packages sent to your P.O. box. So when you do sign up for drop shipping, I highly recommend that you get a P.O. box for, a number of reasons, for a professional look, and for also safety and security. I don't want my customers knowing my exact address. It's not because I don't love my customers. Of course, I love you all, but it's because I'm protecting myself. Not everyone has your best interest. Not everyone is going to respect your privacy. And so as a business owner, like I've been mentioning in a lot of videos, we want to think differently. You want to think professionally, and you want to think safely. And so not everyone should have your home address. If you send out a package, you have to put a to and a from address. And so I'd always put my P.O. box or my salon address. I'm not going to put my home address, and I wouldn't recommend anyone to do that either. Now, some people still say, hey, I'm comfortable with sending out my home address on packages. Just do it. And at that point, it's your choice. Like I say in a lot of videos as well, it's your business. So you ultimately have the final say so of how your business is run. However, if you ask for my opinion, that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you my opinion based on my thoughts, my perceptions, and, my experiences. So I would recommend getting a P.O. box. And also, I would have a P.O. box, like I just mentioned, to have the packages sent to you. So if you're not at home, if your vendor is not going to offer a signature request, but you're like, hey, I still want to work with this vendor. If you're not going to invest in a camera, if you don't really feel like having your neighbors in your business or watching over what comes to your home, then you can definitely have your packages sent to a P.O. box, waiting there for you until you're able and ready to go and pick up the package. That's another way to avoid someone stealing your package. Another tip that I have is, set up your delivery service to be kept at your apartment complex or at the physical carrier service address. What I mean by that is, say you live in an apartment complex. I used to live in apartments for years. And I know that sometimes if I got a package delivered, it doesn't even have to be hair, just any package in general, and it's sitting on my step, I wouldn't feel comfortable with it. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to come home. You know, if I'm at work all day and then someone just drives up and takes it, then that's just too bad for me. I don't want that to happen. A lot of times vendors and also different websites that you order from, they give you an option to put a note on your package. You may have to request it, but ask your vendor, you know, hey, can I put a note on my package? I do know if I'm your vendor, if you use Bad Check Hair, then there's a section where you can leave a note. So do that. You know, if you want your package left at the office of your apartment complex instead of being delivered to your apartment unit and sitting outside of your door or on your step, then ask that. You know what I mean? That way, even if the office is closed when you get off of work, you still may be able to pick it up in the morning before you head to work. At least, in my opinion, that would give me more peace of mind than just saying, hey, I hope no one grabs my package. You never know. Even if you live in an area that's safe, I hear a lot of people say, I live in a safe area. That doesn't happen. It doesn't matter where you live. You know, you really don't want to underestimate anyone. It just takes one time. It just takes one time for someone to ride past and take your package. You know, we all want to make sure that we're being as careful as we can and taking the necessary steps to protect our business and our brand that we can. And so if you can take another step to make sure that everything's going to run smooth, why not? And then the last tip that I have is closely monitor and track your order number. So when you order through my website, once the order ships, you're able to track your order either through text message or through email. So you're able to kind of keep an eye to see when your package is going to be delivered. So you can kind of plan your day or your schedule around your package being delivered. That way, when your package is delivered, you can be there to receive it. So I'd recommend doing that no matter who you're ordering through, whether it's the post office, FedEx, UPS. I would definitely ask for my tracking number and I would track it closely. I do that all the time with all of my packages just to make sure that I'm getting them. Like I said, the last thing that you want to happen is for you to invest your time ordering and also your money ordering and then it be gone. Now, if there is insurance on your package, yeah, you know, there is recourse for you. You can definitely work with your vendor and also the mailing service that you decided to use to get reimbursed for the items that were taken. However, I can let you know, I've gone through different insurance claims and lost package claims, and it's not a seamless, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say it's not a seamless transition. I don't want to say that. But I do want to say that in my experience, it took a very, very long time to get resolved. And, you know, it was not an immediate transaction. It wasn't like something that happened and then, you know, in a few weeks you get your money back. It wasn't like that for me. Now, everyone has a different experience. Everyone, you know, has their own ideas and their own opinions and, you know, testimonies through their experience. However, I can only tell you about what I've gone through. And I can just let you know, working with people daily, shipping items daily, receiving items pretty frequently, you want to try to avoid insurance claims if you can. You know, you want to. It's not just a walk in the park, in my opinion. Even if you crash your car, you know, God forbid. But insurance claims are just never fun. It's like, if I can avoid them, why wouldn't I? So I really hope this video helped. The moral of the video is just to really be careful, be cautious, be alert. This is the season that a lot of people are, you know, getting sticky fingers and wanting to take things that aren't theirs. Be careful, protect your business. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.